Hello, viewers. After a very recent survey that was conducted, it has come to notice that one of the most streams when it comes to music songs are mainly by these three artists: Sarkodie, Shatawale, and Stonebwoy. Though there are other artists also who have streaming numbers, especially when they release albums and when they produce one or two hit songs. Um, the main three are Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, and then of course Shatawale. Now we were speaking to some entertainment panelists and some people who are experts in this media and in this music industry, and they share their views that these three make more money than other artists who go perform at shows with their streams alone. Meaning that if you check the amount of money they make from songs that are streamed on live platforms, sometimes their songs on these platforms make them more money than artists who go and collect huge monies from shows. And we're asking for explanation, and then one of the people was Kwasindi Daniel Kwasindi, who's an expert in digital marketing, and then also there's Mr. Kwame Ba also. And by what they explained, an artist who has a massive, and a good hit song across various digital streaming platforms could generate more revenue to a sum of 200,000 Ghana cedis. And 200,000 Ghana cedis, not old Ghana cedis or new Ghana cedis. Yeah. He also explained that a street hit, which was not as cumulative online, and yet was very popular on the street and was performed at shows, could generate an artist a revenue of about 100,000 Ghana cedis and a little over. And this is just from shows alone. Now, Mr. Ba like this, he handles digital content for some of the artists in this nation, and he's shown us that the revenue artists are generating differ because they normally produce some hit songs, those mega songs. They normally produce them in a certain season, and sometimes when they follow the trend of how things are going, you are able to see that the wave of what is happening or what is trendy can bring them more of these numbers. So he was giving us different examples, and even also mentioning also some songs that people relate to. Maybe an artist releases a song that a lot of people can relate to, or a lot of people can share a testimony of, or something similar like that. It could also get them some massive numbers. He made an example of Famiya's song titled Praise, and according to him, by his analysis, this song has massive numbers on digital streaming platforms, and if things are done properly, he could generate about the same 200,000 Ghana cedis that was mentioned earlier on. But according to him, if it was just a normal hit song, nobody would have made that much amount. But you gonna know, some people can relate to Praise. Some people would like to see themselves in the songs, and see how come, of course, it is speaking to them, or it is singing about them. That's it. And then when we asked them about a dissection of the three artists who he mentioned, that's Shatawale, Sarkodie, Stonebwoy, he gave his reasons for their various streaming numbers. Okay, so let's start with Sarkodie. He's shown that Sarkodie came as an artist who brought a different light to something that was already being done, and he has been so consistent since he came into the industry. And if you take away even his hit songs alone, he's able to produce songs that are reaching every part of the nation, that are speaking about an event, or sharing a story that people understand or people have gone through. And Sarkodie's understanding of how to play with music and how to give the fans what they want helps him to get these numbers even when he produces a song that is not really much of a hit. From his analysis, Sarkodie is one of those artists who can literally come and say anything on a track and they'll make it a banger. But Sarkodie doesn't misuse that opportunity like some other artists. Some other artists, once they start getting hype, they'll just produce anything, say anything, just to be making the bars, and then you're making some coins on the side, and receiving some monies. But that's not what Sarkodie does. Sarkodie, he is more of studying the ways the music goes to keep himself more let's say he says Sarkodie keeps himself more important than the music, something like that. Not to say that Sarkodie doesn't make the music important, but he's more focused on his brand and on how people respect him and his personality. Get it? More than the music. So because of that, Sarkodie can do a song that probably will be very profane and will make him a lot of numbers, but Sarkodie will not do that type of song. You get it? Maybe once in a while he'll use one or two hard words or profane words inside there, but he will not make an entirely profane song just to get those type of numbers like other artists would, because Sarkodie is more careful concerning his brand, his image, and his personality. So you get it? These are one of the reasons why Sarkodie is making the numbers he's making. And that being said, it is I perceive that if Sarkodie decides to go some of the routes that artists like Shatta Wale go, he would be making much more. When it comes to attacking certain people who speak bad about him, when it comes to rapping about certain incidents in certain ways that will make people laugh at people. Sarkodie, if he follows that trend, he could make twice even the amount he's making already. But Sarkodie does not do that because he's more concerned of his personality. Okay, now let's go to the next person, Shatta Wale. One thing about Shatta Wale is this: before we even start, everybody knows Shatta Wale doesn't care about what you say about him. That's one good thing, and yet people see it as a bad thing about Shatta Wale, but it's actually a good thing. This is the reason. When it comes to money and making numbers, because Shatta Wale has become so much of a loved icon in Ghana, it doesn't matter what sort of bad news goes on about Shatta Wale, he will still be relevant in the industry. And so Shatta Wale has capitalized on that, and he will do good songs. He will also do ordinary songs, and he will also do songs that would attack people who are against him. And because of this, Shatta Wale is making so much numbers on online platforms alone. He says even if Shatta Wale decides not to perform at shows, like the way other artists are going to different countries to go and perform and make a lot of money, even if Shatta Wale decides not to do that, he will still be making the monies that these other artists are striving hard and going to other places to make. Why? Because Shatta Wale has understood the concept of not caring much about what people say about him. It's not like he doesn't care about his brand. He does. Because when you take a very good look at Shatta Wale, you see how he dresses when it comes to formal events. He does not dress like the Nima type, with sagging pants and with, bandanas and all of those things around him. When it comes to events that are formal, you see him either in a long shirt, long sleeve shirt, and a trousers with a very beautiful Italiano shoe, or maybe a piece of suit, or maybe a 3-piece suit. You get it? Sometimes even with a walking stick in his hand. He cares about the brand, but he does not care about people trying to destroy his brand. And so because of this, it is a plus for Shatta Wale. So much to the extent that Shatta Wale can literally come and say any nonsense on a track. It will still be a very good song to somebody, and it will still be streamed, and it will still be loved by people who are interested in music. So that is something about Shatta Wale that's giving him also those numbers. And then let's finally move to Stonebwoy. Now Stonebwoy is sort of a blend between the two. This is the reason why we say it. Stonebwoy has the consistency just like the two artists also. and yet Stonebwoy has a respect for his brand like Sarkodie, and also does not really care like Shatawale. It's just that he's not like to the extreme like Shatawale. So Stonebwoy is in the middle of the two when it comes to how the artists perceive their brand and what they do towards their personality and how they are seen outside. Stonebwoy, you also notice when it comes to formal events, he's very dressed, and actually he's very well dressed most of the time now. I think especially after he got married, a lot of things have changed. Not that he didn't used to look good, or he didn't used to look you know, gangster or rowdy or something, but you get it. He's worked more towards the appeal of a formal audience, towards the appeal of an international, you know, firm who'd be looking to work with someone, you know, who can be easy to dialogue with. So that's it. And Stonebwoy is able to produce those type of hits that even if it's 10 years to come, people will still love the song because of the relevance, the piece behind it, the sense behind it, and also the way people can relate to it. So these are these three artists who are producing high streaming numbers on online platforms. We do wish them all the very best, and we urge all of our viewers to listen to their music from time to time. Thank you very much for listening. You can please leave your comments in the comment section below. Let us know what you think about the three artists and their style of music and their approach to music. What do you agree with what you've just heard, and what do you disagree with, and what would you advise that they start doing individually to make things better for them? Okay, thank you very much, and have a very nice day.